everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Ellen. In today's video, I figured that I would do the very popular 2019 in review video. I honestly had the best year this year and it was completely unexpected, and I ended up doing so much and had so many great things happen, and I just wanted to kind of recap it all with you guys and talk just a little bit about what I am hoping for in 2020. Obviously, I will take whatever comes my way. That's just how life works. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So I have written down on my phone, I believe I wrote just 10 things. I wanted to do like my top 10 things that happened to me this year that really made an impact on me, good and bad, and kind of just talk about them a little bit. So you guys have seen some of it, I would say maybe most of it on my channel here. So if you want to go back and just watch my videos from this year, you are more than welcome to do so. But I wanted just to talk a little bit in depth about the things that really stood out to me. So the first thing, I kind of thought starting at the beginning of the year and working towards the end of the year. So obviously last January I was in cosmetology school. I started it in September of 2018, and then it went into this year where I graduated in May. So in January, this was kind of the second half of my cosmetology career in school, and at that point I was working in my salon that I am in currently, and I was only really working at the front desk. So I hadn't really progressed my way to be an assistant yet at that point. That kind of came towards the end of school, but in this point I was only halfway through school, and it's just so crazy to look back now of where I was then and where I have come to. So that is the first thing, is that I went to cosmetology school and I graduated. And with graduating, obviously I went to state board and I got my license. So after that, I started working full-time in the salon, which I am working in now. I absolutely love it, and it is such a great environment, such a great salon. I could not ask for a better job, and I'm just so excited to see what the future holds and next year where I'll be, and just continuing to grow. Moving on, the next topic that I have, and the second thing that really stood out to me, is that I started off this year vegan, and now I am not. Last year I decided, I think it was 2018. I think 2018 I decided that I was going to fully go plant-based and vegan just for my diet, my health, and all of that. And while that was great, it also ended up being something that was not so great for my body. I did start off the year being vegan, and then towards, I believe it was around May, I ended up deciding that I needed to switch up my diet and just start eating whatever I felt that my body needed. And with that, I feel like I was myself again. I feel like I lacked a lot of energy and I just wasn't getting the appropriate nutrition that my body personally needed. And the vegan diet, honestly, I've talked about this before, it is great if it works for you, but personally, just with my body, the way I was eating, the foods that I were eating, it just wasn't working for me. So now that I have started to eat meat and eggs and all that stuff again, I feel so much better. So that was a big change. And then going on to the next topic, which is kind of in correlation to that, is that I did have some health issues this year, and I didn't really talk about them just because I felt like I didn't need to, but I can kind of briefly touch on it right now. And I'm still kind of trying to figure everything out, but due to being vegan and the amount of soy that I was consuming and the medication that I was on and everything, I definitely had some hormonal imbalances. And it was funny because I was at the salon last week, and I have a hat on right now so you can't see, but my whole hairline right now, I have like a ton of little like new growth and baby hairs. And I was looking back at pictures from the beginning of the year, and I didn't realize how bad it was until now. I knew that I was losing a lot of hair. Like I would be able to just run my hand through my hair and I would have clumps and clumps of hair coming out, and I just thought it was the season, or just I really didn't know what was going on. But I have naturally thin hair as it is, and I ended up losing a lot of hair, and especially around my hairline, because that is where the hair is the finest. So I literally, looking back on pictures, I was balding. I had a big spot right here that I had barely any hair. In addition to being in school, I was putting a lot of heat on it and everything too. So it just was a mixture of everything that I had. Definitely some hormonal imbalances. My skin was horrible. absolutely horrible on and off. I could not get it under control. I had some of the worst breakouts that I've ever had, and it was just completely awful. So I had to, one, change up my diet a little bit. I was on and off different medications. So happy to say that I'm figuring it out. Things are looking good right now. So I think I am kind of more on top of that issue. Definitely still some work. If you guys are interested, I can see if I can make a video once I kind of have this stuff figured out, just about like hormones and all that stuff, because it's definitely a complicated subject. And yeah, so if you guys want me to make that, I will. Moving towards summertime, I can honestly say that this summer was one of the best summers that I have had in the longest time. I feel like I really was making it a priority to spend time with friends, go out and do stuff, really enjoy the weather, because in New England, summer is only a few months long and we really don't get that much warm weather. So being able to take advantage of that and being outside, going to the beach was just the most amazing thing. And I feel like it really, really made my year this year, because in past summers, I feel like all I've done is worked or just not made it a priority to do fun things and go out and see people and all that stuff. So I feel like this year I really wanted to make it a priority to be outside, be with friends, and enjoy the warm weather. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know how many times I went to the beach, but I tried to make it a priority to go to the beach at least like once a week, if not like every other week, just to really be by the ocean, because I feel like that is the place that I truly, truly thrive, and it's really my happy place. So kind of going on along with what I just talked about, this year I really realized who my true friends are and who is there for me and who will love me no matter what. And I seriously have the best friends in the entire world, and I just, yeah, I don't know. I made so many friends through cosmetology school. I still talk to them all the time. I have like my hometown friends. I have friends from when I did the Fit with Cambry New Year's detox last year, and we were actually just talking and saying how crazy it is that we still talk almost every single day in a group chat. And it's funny because we became friends so easily and so quickly. So it's just really good to have people there for you, really people who understand you and care for you. And yeah, I don't know. It's just finding your really true, authentic, genuine friends is one of the best things ever, especially at my age. I am 23. After going through like high school and everything, it's kind of, you see people that you were really close with that might not be in your life anymore. And this year has also taught me with friendship that people will come and go, but it's also everything happens in its own time. So if you don't talk to someone for a while and then they do come back into your life, everything happens for a reason. Remember that, and really surround yourself with people who make you the best version of yourself. The next thing, it makes me so happy just thinking about it. Especially this year, I feel like I have gone into Boston more times than I have in my entire life. I truly found my love for being in the city and just being around that environment and that energy. And you guys saw a couple videos of when we would stay over in the city with a friend of mine. And waking up in the city truly is one of like the best feelings. I just love being able to get up and just walk wherever and just be in that city environment and just be around those I don't know, like I can't describe it. Like there's like the work aspect of it, of like that hustle and grind, but then there's also like the like fun aspect of it, and then like the fashion aspect of it. It's just like the best, I don't know, it's the best environment. And if I could live in the city, I 100% would. That was definitely a goal of mine that I would want to achieve, and just have that at my age, just to kind of experience that at some point. I've always loved New York City. Obviously New York is like way bigger and way busier, but I feel like Boston truly is the perfect city because it's big enough, but it's not too big that it's too overwhelming. There's so much to do, and I feel like so many people now are realizing how amazing Boston is, and it's really an up and coming place. So I am just so happy that I got to spend as much time there this year as I did. I did so many different things. I was there over the summer a bunch. I was there around like Halloween time. I was just there recently and saw like all the Christmas lights and everything. So it truly is like the most magical place in any season, because it's so different depending on what time of year you go, and it's just like amazing. So if you don't live around here and you ever get the chance to come here, definitely go to the city, and I promise you'll love it. So one cool thing that happened, which you guys have seen, actually one of my videos videos it was in it, but the other one I didn't film that night, which I kind of wish that I did. But I met a few YouTubers, which was kind of funny because one of them wasn't from here, the other one just moved here, and then the other one like lives here now too. So I met Maggie McDonald, but she's such a sweetheart, and it was so funny running into her. That was at the Ariana Grande concert, and it was just like the weirdest scenario, and one of those things where you kind of just get like a gut feeling that you're gonna see someone, and then we did. So that was awesome. And then at the Glossier pop-up shop, I met Natalie Barbu and then Brooke Michio. I think that's how you say it, Michio, yeah. And we got to talk to them for a while. So it was just so cool to be able to connect with people that are doing the same thing that I am. And it was just funny because I've always watched them online and watched their videos, and then like seeing them in person, it's like funny because they like look the same as they do on YouTube, but at the same time it's kind of like seeing their overall like full body, I guess, like all together. It was like a little bit different than I expected, I don't know. But yeah, they were super, super nice. So it was really cool to see them hustling and to be able to watch their videos like around that same time that I met them, and knowing that I met them that day, I don't know, it was cool. So the next one is a little bit sad, but there's also a happy ending to it. So I wrote down that I did have some low times and heartbreak, but those times also led me to opening my eyes to bigger and better things. And truly, when I stopped looking for things, they came to me and were presented in my life. So I definitely had one of my lower points, which I did actually film during that point because I wanted to share a real, raw, authentic moment of me struggling. And I wanted to do that to show you guys that it's really okay and that you do get through it, because right now I feel like I am in one of the best places that I've been, and I'm just so incredibly happy and thankful for my life and where I am with my job and just the people that are around me. And it's just so, so crazy because I feel like for the past few years I have had really high highs and some really low lows, and those are okay because I know at those low points that I am going to get through them. And in that time, I truly had no idea why it was happening, didn't know why what happened did happen, and I feel like it kind of was one door closing for a different part of my life, and that has open a new door for me. So yeah, I don't know. You have to know that whatever you're going through, if you are going through something right now, that you're not going to understand it. You're not going to know why that thing happened. You're not going to know why you have to deal with it. But I promise you that there is always a reason for something happening. And if you lose someone in your life, then someone else may come along. And that if something happens to you personally with like an injury or losing a friend or having to move or having to get a new car, something, anything that really would happen to you that may be a negative situation that you don't understand why these things are happening, it always leads to the light at the end of the tunnel and bigger and better things. Don't dwell on the moment, feel what you need to feel, and then I promise you, if you just keep going with your life, things are going to turn around. The next thing that I wrote is that I feel like this year I truly found myself and I truly understood my being, why I was the way I was, where I was in life, and I feel like I truly found my independence and really discovered who I am as a person, and that I don't let other people define me or control me or affect what I do. And I feel like I have really found where I'm meant to be and just enjoying life every single day as it comes. I try to not just go through the motions every day and really take every day as it comes as a learning lesson, as some new experience, and just trying to make the best of every single day. And I feel like by doing that, it really, really made this year one of the best years. And if you focus on yourself, and not saying be selfish and focus on yourself, but just really focus on like your energy, what you're doing, where you are, who you're surrounding yourself with, you will be able to take charge and take action of your life and really create the life that you want and find happiness in whatever you do. I am not the most successful that I've ever been. I am not completely independent on my own living wise, but I have truly found myself and am so content and happy in where I am and where I am going that it really pushes me to keep going and keep working harder, so then at the end of the day I will be able to fully be on my own, be independent, live on my own, do all of that stuff, and be successful in my career. So really focus on yourself, find what makes you happy, find your passions. Don't let other people tell you what you should and shouldn't do. Take the risks that you have been thinking about and just go for it. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, but you need to do what's gonna make yourself the happiest version of yourself. And finally, I can kind of tell you about it, but I kind of can't because there's still things that I'm working out with it. But one of the goals that I have had written down for, I think, the past 3 years, maybe 2-3 years, something that I've always dreamed about that I showed you guys briefly in a video, is that I did meet with a modeling agency, and we have been back and forth in communication, and things aren't 100% official yet, but there's a very good chance that I'm going to be signed with an agency starting in 2020, and that is just so crazy because I know that this is going to be just the beginning of everything that I've ever dreamed of. And it's so cool because I'm going to be able to make it work with the career that I'm already in and still focus on being at the salon and still be there and be in that environment and grow there, but also take the time to do what I love on the side. And that's just so amazing. And the agency really has made me feel so welcome and that I really can do this, and that is like the best feeling, because I have met with an agency before that I kind of talked about, in that it was basically being told that they really liked me, but they can't represent me just because of like my height and just my look and everything. So when I walked into this agency, it was like right away I felt so good being there, and they weren't afraid of my height, my look. If anything, it was kind of like the perfect fit for me because that is the type of modeling that they do. They are a great agency, and I'm just so excited because this is something I've literally always wanted to do, and it's just like so crazy that it's actually happening, and that I just really want to work so hard. And I know it's not going to be easy. I know, especially with the first 2 years of getting into modeling, it's definitely the hardest, just because you have to establish yourself and you have to prove that you can do things, and you have to get jobs. Some of them may be good, some of them may not be good. I might get some jobs and then I might go periods of time without any work. So it's really gonna be a hustle to get my foot in the door, get my face seen, and for people to remember me and rebook me, hopefully. So yay! I'm just so excited. But yes, so I will obviously keep you guys updated. You'll come along the entire journey with me, but that was the final thing that I wrote down, just because it's just something that I literally have had it written in my notes for I think like 2 years now, as something that I truly wanted to set my mind to, and it's been a very slow process, but like I said, everything happens for a reason. If I had been signed with that other agency, I may not have gotten any work and I may have left them. Having this presented to me and having it be something that's hopefully going to be really good for me is so exciting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, wait, let me talk about a little bit what I'm looking for 2020. I don't have any specific goals in mind, but just kind of overall being successful in my career, hopefully working my way up so that I will have my own chair in the salon would be something that's so amazing. But obviously that is something I'm going to have to really push and work for and get my butt in gear and bring people into the salon and everything. So if you want to come in and see me, hit me up, let me know, DM me on Instagram, and I will definitely take you, and you can come in and I can do your hair. Obviously, being successful in modeling and being able to balance both the salon and modeling, and my goal would be to, for this year, I guess one goal to set is to have my first professional job and have a print job in a magazine, a commercial job, just my first professional job, paid modeling job would be absolutely insane. So I guess that can be a goal as well. And just overall finding success in my businesses, finding that like love and support in my relationships, and just being the happiest version of myself. And let's start this new decade. That's so crazy that it's 2020. Wow. Yes, I guess those are my goals. I only have a few like little specific ones, but just overall having a healthy, wealthy, and blessed new year is what I could just that's all I could ever hope for. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. I'm hoping to get this video up today. It is actually New Year's Eve, so tomorrow is New Year's Day, and I really want to get this up in the last day of December because I know I have failed you guys and I haven't posted my last day of Vlogmas, so hopefully this will be my last one, day 12. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. I love you so, so much. I hope you had the best holiday and the happiest and healthiest New Year that you could have. Stay safe out there. Don't drive. Don't drink and drive. And if you are going to drink, be safe. Take an Uber, take a Lyft, anything. Yes, just be safe. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Ah! I just dropped my camera.